this placement in this video is kind of weird. So I'm going to get into the actual book stuff here in a second, but I am popping in here because I shared in the last video that I have a big announcement to share. Like, this is massive, and so I'm going to share it right now. I'm filming this early and getting it scheduled early. Today is actually my very first day at Burlington's. I got hired on seasonal cashier, sales associate, so I'm super excited. Today's my first day, October 18th. I go in at 10 a.m., which this video will already be out. So when this goes out, I'll be at work. First day orientation, I was excited. So how does that affect the schedule? Obviously, it's going to affect things because I'm going to be getting my hands on as many hours as possible, save it for Christmas and all such and such. So I'm going to be cutting everything down. Right now, I do my blog, well, I try to do my blog once a week on Fridays. I have forgotten a time or two, which is sad. So I'm going to be not doing that as much. I won't be doing many ARCs because I want to be able to dedicate the time to do those, and I feel like most of my reading time will now will be more scarce, you know? So I want to make sure I give myself plenty of time for ARCs. I have one ARC that I did sign up for back in September. I haven't started that because I was waiting, you know, for this month, but that was before the job. So I do need to get going on that. That'll probably be my last ARC review on here for a while. I probably won't be signing up for cover reveals much, just scheduling and stuff, because again, I want to give it the time that it deserves and the effort, and I can't really do that if, you know, I'm working a lot. So, and as far as videos go, right now I've been doing once a week on Fridays, which I love that so much. However, I'm thinking I'm going to go down to 2 a month, maybe go back to first and third Fridays. I haven't exactly nailed down a schedule yet. I'm still working on it. I will be able to finish out this month strong. I have today's video, and then I will have one next week. I think it's the 25th, but I will have that ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and get it going now before I actually start work. Right now, today when I'm filming, it's like a week from when I actually start. So I'm getting all this stuff prepped and early and ready to go because I'm expecting to get a lot of hours, as many as they can give me. I still have my eBay and Mercari store. Those aren't changing. Newsletter will still go out at the beginning of every month. I'll still be posting on Facebook and Instagram occasionally. I was doing it like a few times a week, but then I kind of like, life happened and kind of gotten away from that. So I'm still active on that here and there. So yeah, that's the new schedule, the announcement. I'm very excited. So I'm going to quit blabbering on and we're going to get straight into the book content because I'm excited to share this with you. It's been a very long time coming, and let's go and get into it. Okay. Hi book buddies, it has been a hot minute since I last did my Kindle Clean Out challenge. It was really fun and I'm eager to get going and do more of those. I've just had a lot of other things going on, so I've had to kind of put that on the back burner. The last I did was this short, or reel, was this short. I was scrolling through my Kindle and it turned out to be a whopper of a book. I'm pretty sure it was all of Charles Dickens' works. Do you know how many that was? That was a lot, and it's like, no. So my update for that, it's been a while since I posted that, but my update, in the beginning of this challenge, I said that I would either be reading the book or deleting it off the Kindle. I would much rather, instead of reading all of those books in one setting, guys, I would much rather read the books individually, and plus I want to say just A Tale of Two Cities. I have a paperback version, I have in the big whopper book, and then I have another book by itself on my Kindle. So I would much rather read them individually just to enjoy them more than being bogged down with all of those. So I deleted the book, and so I'm moving on to the next book on the list. So according to Amazon on my content and devices page, the next book to read is Uncle Tom's Cabin, which I am so excited to read this. It's something that I have read, quit, restarted, read, and then quit. I can't tell you how many times I've read like the first 3 or 4 chapters. It's insane. Like, I know what happens already. I'm ready to move on. The furthest I think I've gotten was Eliza Ran Away. I don't remember their names. The master and I think it was another slave trader, like on their horses ready to go find her. and 2 of the slave hands had, like, I want to say put, like, did something to the horses to slow them down. But basically, they delayed them leaving to help Eliza get a further head start to freedom. So that's like the last thing that I actually remember. So that is what I will be reading for this video, which I'm thinking I would have liked to have done a few books in one video, but it seems too long, and this will be filmed over a period of time. So I'm excited, and let's go ahead and get reading. That was filmed back in June. It is right now September 4th. It's been a very long time since I've updated you on Uncle Tom's Cabin. And I keep saying, I need to film. I've just been busy doing other things. I've had a lot of ARC reads, arcs in between those two, which has been fun. So anyway, it's time to finally update you on the reading. And I did do a little bit of reading on vacation. The secret book I kept mentioning is Uncle Tom's Cabin. So before I get into where I am currently, let's go ahead and see. I have just a very little bit of footage from vacation of me reading. So currently, right now, I'm on chapter 15 out of like 45, and I'm 34% of the way through. On page 196, I'm like 600. So I've still got a long ways to go, but I've made so much progress. I was so excited. I think I made a status update on Goodreads, I think. But when I came across characters I had not read about yet, I was like, yes, they're making progress. A lot's happened. And I really like how this is going. It's sad though, guys. I will now do my utmost to finish this ASAP and to film more of me reading it. So, but that's where I am. I've finally updated you guys, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long. Okay, so till the next update. Hello book buddies, it's been a little bit since my last update on the Kindle Clean Out book for Uncle Tom's Cabin. I'm so excited. I am now in part 2, like volume 2, which I didn't even know that there was a part 2 in this book. So I am actually officially 51% of the way through. I don't know if you can even see that focus. That's not going to focus. And according to this, I have 8 hours and 36 minutes left in the whole book. When I started, it was like 11 hours, so this is some major progress. I am past volume 2. Honestly, I'm really enjoying the story, and even though Uncle Tom's predicament of being sold to a different trader and everything, you know, I really like how the story is going. This is such a raw and just like a blunt story, you know? So it's been a very interesting read. One of my favorite characters actually is Augustine St. Clair, because I feel like his character has a lot of layers to it. We mostly see him just like as lazy, extravagant in spending, and just like not caring. But then as the story continues, as we get more into it, we see him as more like that he hates slavery, and like this isn't something he actually enjoys, being a slave owner, but it's just, I don't know, you just get caught up in your environment, I guess. Which, I mean, just because you were grown up in that environment doesn't mean you have to continue it. But, like, I don't know, he just feels kind of there. So he's a really interesting character. I have enjoyed reading his side of the story, and I'm really hoping that nothing happens to Uncle Tom's current, you know, where he lives, because that would be devastating. Because I have a feeling if he were to get sold again or something happened to the estate, because this guy likes to spend money a lot, that it's not going to be pretty. And he's going to get sold off to someone really evil. That's just me thinking. I haven't gotten past that. It's just a theory, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen. So far I'm really enjoying this, and I'm so glad I'm reading it, because I've been trying to read this thing for years. As for a star rating right now, it's kind of still a little early to tell, but I'm thinking no less than 3 stars, but I'm probably leaning more toward 4 stars, somewhere around there. So until the next update. On the Kindle Clean Out video. I just finished filming my September Reads video. I am currently 76% of the way in, which is the furthest I've ever been in this book. I have met new characters, and no spoilers, but I cried I literally cried. Back when I did the mid-year book tag, and the question came up, what book has made you cry this year? This one. This is the first one that actually brought tears. Oh, wow. When I started reading this, I had no idea how the story would go, because like you think Uncle Tom, you got Tom, and when you read so far you got Eliza and she's running away to save her son from being sold and everything. You've got that going on. That's like just the first part of this book. I'm actually on part 2, I think, for the book, or volume 2, and there's a whole nother side of the story to this than Eliza and her story. There's other characters, guys. There's more characters than her, and it honestly, we left her and her story like several chapters back, several chapters, and we're just in this, and oh my goodness, guys, it is so sad. But I honestly am enjoying this very much, and I wish I had read it before, but in a way I'm kind of glad it took me this long, because I'm really appreciating it, because I know what an undertaking this book is to read. This is a masterpiece, and it is a classic, and it's a classic for a reason. Yeah, right now I'm on chapter 32, Dark Places, and according to my Kindle, I have 4 hours and 6 minutes left of this book. There's 45 chapters, so I'm really getting into this. There's great themes in this book. Put off for tomorrow what you can do today. That's a massive, massive thing. And just not taking today for advantage. Don't take it for granted. You know, get things done now before. So I am so happy to be reading this. This makes me so happy. And it makes me even more excited for the Kindle Clean Out series. I hate that it's taken me forever to do the series, because like I want to do more of the series so badly. And it makes me excited for the next book on the list. Hopefully, the very next and last time you'll see me in this video will be my full review and me finishing it, because I'm ready to finish this. I'm so ready. I do have a couple other books that I have to prioritize, like Prt.2 that has a deadline. So I do need to... Actually, I made myself stop reading this last night so I could get more progress on Prt.2. Anyway, that'll close up for today, and I'm so excited to finish this. Okay, bye. You guys, I finished Uncle Tom's Cabin. It is the most heartbreaking, amazing, and powerful book that I think I've ever read. At this point, I have not given a full review. I haven't typed one up, nothing. But this was amazing. I'm giving it 5 stars. It was so good. This is something everyone needs to read. Mature readers, not for really young readers, not for middle grade, but definitely young adult and up. You need to read this. It does have a lot of language from that time, so that does have that. There's a lot of violence, there's abuse, obviously, because the treatment of slaves back then. So it's kind of ugly in that way. When I first was like, oh, I'm going to get this and read it, you think history, you think it's going to be like that. But looking at it from a Christian viewpoint, Uncle Tom is like the example to look up to. Setting your sights on higher things. And that, like I said in the last clip, there's so much more to the story than I thought there'd be. Characters were just so amazingly real. And it's so much more than just a fiction book. It is a call to action. Well, for that time back then, you know, but it was just, oh my goodness, guys. Like, I don't even have words. I've been trying to read this book since when I lived in Ohio, which was like 2013. So I've been at this book, not on my Kindle, but like library books and stuff, forever. And I am so glad that I finally made myself read it. I did get stuck early on in the beginning because I'd reread like the first 4 or 5 chapters so many times that it's like, okay, this is boring, let's move on. And I got stuck at the same place where I always get stuck, but I made myself keep going, and I'm so glad because it's so good. It's a brutal story, but in the same breath, it is so beautiful. So 5 stars, and I'm definitely keeping this on my Kindle. So that is the second book in the Kindle Clean Out, and so far this has been a great series that I'm doing, and I'm so glad that I'm doing this because I will have another Kindle Clean Out book video up sometime, because with the new job it's going to be a little hectic. Like I mentioned, the schedule is definitely going to get cut in half a bit. Be picking up that book soon, and yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Have you read Uncle Tom's Cabin? And if not, you really need to. So I'm going to close up with there. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend, and until next time, happy reading.